Festival. You are listening to SGFR, podcast radio for the festival. Now broadcasting highlights and top picks, your tasty, tantalizing tease for this coming year.
Hang around because we've got Nicky with us. And Nicky, it is so good to have you back in the interview suite. I remember talking to you before about some of the other mega games you put on. But I understand, Nicky, you're doing mega Spies and Spies in particular this festival. May I invite you in to tell us all about these?
Yeah. No, it's been good doing a load of stuff in the past. I feel like we've done so many different things.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the secret pseudonyms of the International Espionage Society, or Spies for short.
Very good, very good.
It's a game which I've been working on. It's inspired a bit from Speakeasy, which it is something we used to do in the festival quite a few years ago, and I've kind of developed it into my own thing. It's now quite different from Speakeasy, not gonna lie. But anyway, a bit of blurb about it. So you find yourself at the International Espionage Society's yearly convention for the world's greatest spies. Now, time is short, so you need to mingle and get as much intel from the other spies as possible. But don't worry, you're not alone on this mission. You just don't know who else the agency has sent in. But thankfully, due to budget cuts, you're all likely to have the same pseudonym. So, what does this mean? Effectively, you've got a load of players. So the game's going to have at least 20 players. The upper limit is I don't even know at this point.
Yeah.
You can have loads of players going into this.
The entire festival.
I mean, I would like that for Mega Spies. That would be cool.
That would be amazing.
So you've got a time limit in which you are going around and you're talking to people. And the idea of the game and what I'm trying to get from it is it's meant to be a social game. It's meant to be an icebreaker type game where you're getting to know people and making friends out of strangers. You will have a one-word synonym, which is like a passcode type thing where you can go around and just drop it in conversation or talk about it. So, for example, your word might be the word sun, and you'll go around and you'll talk about how lovely the weather is right now and what nice it is, and you'll see who kind of bites from it. And then eventually someone might come over to you and start talking about tabloid newspapers. And you both think, okay, sun. Yeah, and you realise that you've both got the same word. And because you've both got the same synonym, it's a good chance that you're on the same team. You've got the same agency.
Yeah.
And there's going to be multiple agencies. So, you've got Great Britain, you've got Canada, you've got America, Australia, New Zealand. We'll have probably 3 or maybe 4 if we've got enough players, agencies in there. And you'll want to try to go around and work out who's in your agency. Now, at the same time as doing this, you've got missions to complete. And you might have a mission that says, go and find Agent 001 and find out what their pseudonym is. So you'll go over to Agent 001, you'll start to listen into their conversations and start to try and work out what it is. And this is all played on, we've been developing a web app for all of this. It's all played on this web app, and you'll put onto the web app 001's pseudonym is the word sun, and you'll gain a point for this. You'll gain, we call it intel, is your points. You gain a point for this, and then it will give you another mission, and your new mission might be like, right, you've got to pick between agents 002, 003, and 004. Give one of them a piece of intel, and you don't know which agency they're on. You don't know, one of them might be on your agency, so you'll want to give the intel to someone from your agency. So you might go and interrogate them and get to know them and everything. And then you'll pick someone, and then you'll be given another mission, and you'll get 5 missions to complete where you're going to be gaining intel. So this is one of the ways in which you're going to be gaining points throughout the game. Another way is you're going to have a spreadsheet again on the web app where you'll start to input information that you found out during the game. So you'll gain points for finding out who's in your agency. So if you're in Team GB, you'll want to put a list down of everybody else who's in Team GB, and you'll gain a load of intel from this.
Yeah.
You're also going to gain intel for everything that you can find out about the opposing agencies. So you're going to gain intel for knowing what agency they're on, all the spies from the opposing agencies, and you're going to gain intel for working out what their pseudonyms are. And you've got an hour to go around and get as much information as you can. You're also going to have a role within this where and this will just give you a little bit of bonus information. So, for example, one of the roles is the director, and the director of the agency, they know all of the pseudonyms of their agency. So, because not everybody is going to have the same pseudonym within the agency, so they will be used to collect the spies within their own agency. There might be one person who has a pseudonym about the other agencies, and they might use that to infiltrate the other agencies. So you can gain more information using your roles and stuff like that. And over the course of the hour, get as much information as you can, talk to people, make some friends, and then we will announce who has gotten the most points as a whole agency at the end of the hour. And that's your general overview of how the game works. It's really easy now that we've got it on this web app. It's really easy to set up, so it's quick and easy. And then the ending of it, it's just everything just goes into a database, and we give you the answers at the end. So it's again quite a quick and easy thing.
It does sound cool. Two thoughts go through my head as I listen to that. One is just how duplicitous you can be, and especially when you're trying to infiltrate another country's team and trying to eavesdrop. And the other one is, are you sure that this isn't more a game about paranoia? The kind of deep suspicion about, have I got the right person?
So what I have tried to do with the game design of this is to try to make it so it's more about trying to work out who's on your team and focus on the actual points what's the word for it, split in a way, is that you're going to gain more points by working out who's on your team and working together with your team, because also your particular role might be quite weak for what you're trying to do as a mission, but someone else on your team might be able to give you better things, and by combining your roles together, you can get more information. So the game is heavily focused on making friends and getting your own team together more than infiltrating the other teams. So yeah, that's the kind of the idea behind it. But yes, there is also a lot of backstabbing and trying to be like, I thought you were with me. Like, no, I'm not with you. I just knew what your pseudonym was and used it against you. And the other thing with that is, in the past, we had it where the different teams would have similar pseudonyms, whereas now they are completely unique and are completely unrelated. So you can be a little bit more open with your conversations. Like, you can really heavily talk about the weather, because just because you've got something to do with the weather, you don't need to worry about another team having the word moon, for example.
Yes, and having played Speakeasy and one or two other games, I can see why that would be relevant. Yeah, the based on the other games that I've played that you've done, I'm going to dare to suggest one top tip. This is my top tip. This is a personal comment.
Yeah.
And I encourage you to disagree with me if you think.
No, I love it.
And my top tip for any players, especially new ones, is never underestimate the power of eavesdropping.
Oh yes. Oh yes, big time. Especially in this one because
Mm.
the whole game is you're spending an hour in a limited space. We've got the shooting range again this year, I believe.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a square space, and yeah, we're gonna have probably 40 to 60 people. And just going around, just listening to people can be just as powerful
Mm.
as having those conversations, especially in the later game, because halfway through the game, you'll start to get an idea about a list of different pseudonyms because you found out, that Sun is a pseudonym, and then if you start hearing someone talking about the weather, there's a good chance that they've got Sun as a pseudonym, or they know that Sun is a pseudonym.
It's interesting that the website element to it, that's relatively new. I don't think I remember seeing that or using that in past games.
Yes. It was amazing. So I was doing this. So I did it on a spreadsheet at one point, and it was very long and complicated. Required a lot of setup. At the end of the game, one of my friends came over to me and she was like, "Hey, I could build you a website." I'm like,
Oh.
"Oh my God, you're the most amazing person I've ever met." And I got to be honest, like I have to credit her so much because the amazing, wonderful things that she has done for me in this game is crazy, and it's meant that because in the past we did it like with cards and stuff, but now everything is just done on your phone. So like whenever if you need to show someone information, you can just show it on your phone. It means that the setup for it is literally, and like one of the issues that we have before is as soon as you change your player count, you've got to read in do the cards. Whereas now,
Yes.
as soon as the last player's walked in through the door, right, I know I've got 41 players. I can now deal out for 41, rather than having to reset a load of cards.
Excellent. Yeah. I have to
So
ask this question because having tried to run the radio show from the campsite in distant past years, when the internet was a little bit, where the Wi-Fi was a little bit challenged, and I guess I have to ask this on Laura. Do you know what is the Wi-Fi resource like at the campsite now?
I think I can't remember the exact details, to be honest, but I think they installed something in recent years that improved it because we had Play Culture there last year and they were running off the internet as well. So hopefully it should be just as effective for this one.
I hope
yeah,
so. Yeah.
and so we had in fact last year at Strange Games was the first proper game where we had the website. Although it was still half cards and half website, but we didn't have any issues with that. So, and we were right at the back of the festival, so yeah, people were able to connect to the internet.
That bodes really well then. That really does. It also sounds like a lot of fun in that duplicitous, eavesdroppy, kind of nefarious way, which for some reason or another, Nicky, I associate with you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Meanwhile, I just had an image of Andy just like lurking in the rifle range, just listening to everything. He's not even in the game. He's not playing. He just likes to eavesdrop for the fun of it.
Well, things have changed now because and I confess this, in previous games I've been at a slight disadvantage. Because anyone who knows me knows that I am actually going deaf. I don't like it at all. But I have now been equipped with a hearing aid. I am now a cyborg.
Bionic.
Yes, we can rebuild him, which means I actually stand a better chance when I play these games, Nicky. So there.
Or when you're lurking in the woods.
This is not the image I really want people to have of me.
It's all right. It's only my mum.
You'll just get like a little microphone and just plant it somewhere and just link it to your hearing aid.
That is tempting. Bluetooth, yes, that's so tempting. Can we set up a Bluetooth loop across the whole of the? I must talk to Mark about that. Whether there's a Bluetooth a loop available on site. Bookings for this is what's the best way of booking into this game?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things going on. So first of all, on Spies, regular Spies, we haven't even got to Mega Spies yet. Regular Spies is all done on Saturday. So we're gonna have what did we say? We say 3 games of it, I think.
Yeah.
10
10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 4 o'clock.
I'm glad you've got it in front of you because Yeah, so the regular games are going to be on Saturday. That will so there will be a sign up for it. There's not like a hard cutoff for it. I don't think I put a maximum player count, did I?
No, so what we've done in the past for Spies is to sort of put sign up suggested, and we've put an infinite sign up option on the web page. But it does mean that if you hit a point where you can start with enough people, then you might miss out. So it's better to book because then you know you've got your name there,
Yeah.
and your friends know which game you're playing, so they'll come and join your game rather than you missing them and playing different games. So it's still a good idea to use the booking system, even without the upper limit.
Yeah, and it also helps me to have a good idea as to what numbers I'm expecting.
Absolutely.
Um, so yeah, and last year, like especially the morning game, went like crazy. So yeah, it's advised that you book because like last year I think we had around between 30 to 40 players on all three games,
Ooh.
and it was very much well loved. So I'm expecting similar numbers, and that was in the rain as well.
It
Yeah.
Um,
was, yeah. It was drizzling
so
like anything.
Yeah, I definitely have a little go at this myself.
Yeah, dude. It sounds like fun.
Yeah, it sounds like well. I think what I like about it is like it sounds like you get. It sounds like sort of games like Spyfall, Two Rooms and a Boom,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's like quite clear cut. It's like if you know who a spy is or you're not. Whereas this is more like you get. It sounds like you get rewarded the more effort you put in. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like I like the fact that it's points based, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
yeah, the more you put into this, the more you're going to get out of it. And yeah, it's also really nice being able to spend time just going around, just talking to people, getting to know different people,
Yeah.
um, and yeah,
Yeah, that
it's
was a
oh,
nice bit
I
to
have a funny story when we once did Spies at a convention, and somebody had like it drifted slightly outside of the room, and somebody started talking to somebody else, and then they were like, "Why are you talking about these really weird things to me?" And they were like, "Are you not playing Spies?" They were like,
Whoops.
"No."
Amazing.
Oh, that reminds me of the picture of the innocent bystander from the game Spyfall.
Code names.
Codenames, isn't it? Yeah, I got
Yeah,
confused
yeah,
with codenames. Yeah.
yeah.
Love that. I feel like I'm going to be walking around the festival now, and this random guy's going to keep coming up to me, chatting about the sun. I'll
Yeah.
be like, "Yeah, it's a lovely day, mate. I get it."
Yeah.
You say that. That is a lovely segue into Mega Spies.
Yes. Tell us. Tell us.
Excellent.
Please do. Yeah.
So
All pre-planned.
on Sunday, we are going
Yes.
to have Mega Spies, where we are doing the arena now, yeah, aren't we? I think so. Um,
Pardon?
it's going
Arena.
to be at the arena, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah.
The
Basically,
briefings at the arena, yeah.
yes. So
Yeah.
there's going to be a briefing in the morning between 11 and 12, where you come to the arena, you get taught the rules, you get your badge with your player number. You sign up on the app, and then at 12 o'clock, the game starts, and you go off and enjoy the festival.
Yay.
And if you see somebody else with a Spies badge on, you might want to go over and start talking about the weather or, or
Oh,
some
very
other
interesting.
random thing. And you have got the whole day to go around and yeah, enjoy the festival, play other games,
Yes.
do whatever you like. But in the back of your mind, just be thinking, could that be a spy over there? Ah, yes, that is. Let's interact with them. And it's just meant to be a slow burn type thing, and you'll just keep updating your the website with any information which you find out or anything like that. And then there will be because on the website itself there's a timer and it does actually stop the game at the end.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we're probably going to have this as a 12-hour thing. So it's going to be from 12 till 12. Obviously, if you've gone to sleep, you've gone to sleep. It doesn't matter. You can like interact whenever you want, and like you might decide you're going to take an hour where you're purposely not going to interact with people. it's an ad hoc thing. Do whatever you want.
Would people take their badges off when they're not wanting to talk to people?
If you want to, yeah. Obviously, don't do that for like most of the day, because then what's the point in signing up? But yeah,
Yeah,
if
for
you're
sure.
having a moment where you don't want to be playing or interacting with people, or you want to like play a particular game, or you're having food or whatever, then yeah, take your badge off.
See, I like that because we have had a pervasive game in festivals past where it just got a bit chaotic and nobody could really get on with their game. So it's nice to be able to sort of tap in and out as needed. Although obviously pervasive game, you want to be tapping in as much as you can. But it's good to have that
Oh, yeah.
flexibility. It's nice.
What's nicer about this is that it's a lot more casual, easier thing, because it's just a conversation, really.
Mm.
Yeah, you're just talking about the newspapers.
Oh,
So
but I
You
tell you what,
also-
though, I'll feel like I'll be playing a game or something, and I'll just be like, I'll feel like Andy's just hiding in the bush for like 12 hours.
just
Like,
following it
I'll be
around.
playing something. I'll be like, constantly looking over my shoulder, that's just seeing anybody's got a Spies badge trying to nestle into my conversation.
I
but
also
yeah,
love the fact that
yeah,
this will be coinciding with lots of other things going on around the festival. Like on that Sunday night, we've got the mega werewolf game, we've got the mega RPG game, and you might end up having these weird confluences where you're in a werewolf game trying to tell somebody that they're lying to your face whilst also trying to tease out the code word from them at the same time.
Oh,
It'll be
wow.
really interesting.
Layered conversations.
Yeah.
this is a decision I've got to make, because and I definitely haven't made this decision yet. So listeners, you're not getting any spoilers. But whether for Mega Spies I use random words that because I've got a giant list of random words, whether I use those random words, or whether I decide to curate some words just to
Oh, that might be said in other games.
yeah, just be like
Ooh,
the
Amazing.
word werewolf.
yeah.
Everyone's just very confused. They're all on my team.
Chaos here, mate, I tell you.
Yeah.
But but the idea for Mega Spies also is I want to try and get as many players for Mega Spies as possible, because I think that would really make it a lot better. So like if we can have like 150 players, because that's still only what, like a third quarter of the festival.
Yep.
Then that allows for a lot more interactions, and obviously you're not expected to have filled in the whole spreadsheet. It'd be very impressive if you do, but yeah. But it'll be cool to get quite a lot of players, and then that could give us the option to have like 5 of the agencies in, and stuff like that. And so yeah, but when we do the sign-ups and stuff, if you had played Spies on the Saturday, you don't need to stick around for the rules, because the only additional rule is you have the whole day to play it. So within that hour slot, you can just come in, grab your badge, sign up, and then at 12 o'clock, your phone will automatically update the website. And if you haven't played Spies on the day before, then stick around. We'll probably start the rules about 11:30ish.
Cool.
And something also to note is that if you've played Spies previously in a different year or at another event, this is a fresh iteration of it. So like the mission stuff is brand new. We've made lots of changes, so please do come to the rules section, because it's going to be very different to what people have played before.
It sounds exciting.
It does.
Yeah.
It sounds
I'm looking forward to
inspiring.
Sunday, where I feel like there's going to be just loads of random people hidden in like corners of the festival, desperately trying to hide, like listening on conversations.
Going around saying blah blah blah, secret plans, blah blah blah.
Oh, what if you get people who aren't playing but just are chaos gremlins, and they just come around and like stand nudging and going, kippers.
Just give
What's
them
the
a
lot?
badge and just start like going near people.
Flamingo.
Yeah, the
nice,
case of
nice meringues today.
They'll get some like fake badges. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
they have letters on it rather than numbers.
That sounds like a good idea, though, to be fair.
Oh, it's inspired. It reminds me of my experience when I first came to the Games Festival many, many years ago, where there was an attempt for a whole festival long kind of mega game based on some weird cards that you collected and tasks you have to do. This feels much more coherent. It feels inspired, Nicky. Nice one.
And a lot of what I've tried to build, and like especially the most recent changes with the missions, I've made the rule set a lot simpler. So like before there was a whole like attacking dynamic to it where you can go up to someone and be like, I know your pseudonym, give me a piece of intel. Whereas now it's just a case of it's all on the website where you're just like, okay, you have a mission to try and find out this thing. And what's really cool with the missions is that like you've got the 5 missions, but you only get one at a time.
Yeah.
So you need to think, right, is it worth me sticking on this mission for longer? Or do I just, right, I'm not going to find out the answers to this. I'm just going to move on to the next one.
So you can abandon a mission or
You
get it
can
wrong.
abandon a mission or get it wrong, and
Gotcha.
you'll still get a fresh mission.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, nice. Which means if you feel uninspired, or as you say, you're calculating, you need to move on.
Yeah.
That sounds really good. Nicky, thank you very much for bringing both of those games to us here in the radio show, well, the radio podcast, as well as to the festival itself.
You've been listening to SGFR, the podcast radio channel for the Strange Games Festival.
This season's hosts have been James, Laura, Andy and Craig.
And if you'd like to come on the show, message us on the festival radio channel on the Strange Games Festival Discord server.